Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk and we are in December 2025 and coffee and card, and this month we're using our friendly Foliage, which is an online exclusive from Stampin' Up, and it comes in the new packaging. So just to compare, so that's our old stamp set storage. This is our old die set, so it's a bit bigger. But this is the stamps and these are the dies. And so it takes up a lot less space in your storage. And then this got the, yeah, it's got this one here. I wish it had friendly foliage there as well. Oh well, it's a work in progress, let's hope. So, but the thing is, these do fit in one envelope. So, but obviously only Stampin' Up are moving to only photopolymer. They are withdrawing their rubber stamp offering because they're struggling to get hold of the materials, to be honest, apparently. So, but as you can see, they do fit in one envelope. So if you wanted to convert some of your existing photopolymer stamp sets into these packaging, you can. So, right. Okay, so this month, as I say, doing the friendly foliage, which has got matching dies, and this is the card we're doing today, and this is the sort of stamp and die combination that got me really interested in this, because you can do it like this, and then I think it's next week, yeah, you can actually cut out the background as well. So this I've just cut the outside out, this one I've cut the background out as well, and I just really like that effect. And I'm doing 3 different ways of using that combination in this month's series. So, but we're starting with the most basic one, and we're just going to be using this outline die. Okay, so there is in the die set this die, and this fits in, so I've put this the right way up. This fits in here, and so cuts round all the leaves, so you can actually see through the piece, which I thought was, which is what really appealed to me. So, okay, so that's why I chose it. So we're going for a nice simple card today, although there's a bit of, it's not complicated stamping, but it's painstaking, and that's to do our little line of long leaves along the back of the card. So I'm going to put this to one side, and we're going to start with how I did this. So you have in your kit, you won't have a whole pack of brush butterflies, you'll only have 3. I'm not that generous. And a little banner. This is from Stylish Shapes. And then your backing for your focal point, and another piece to go on the card. All the measurements are in the details below. Thick basic white A6 card blank, and then a piece of basic beige and a piece of basic white to do this bit. Okay, so we're going to start with the basic beige. So I'll put those all to one side. So, and I'm going to bring out my Stamparatus. I've used a stamping platform for this. There are a couple of ways you can do it. You could put a post-it note where you want the stamps to end and then stamp across, but you're probably not going to get them as regular. Or you can use a stamping platform. Now, these are only 1/2 inch apart, so you can't use, well, saying you can't, you could move your plate, but you'd have to do them 1 inch apart and then move it and then come and do them 1 inch apart again, so which I thought was quite a lot of hassle. So what I'm going to do is just show you how I've done it. So I've lined up this with the 5 inch mark on here, worked out where halfway is, which is there, and then I'm just going to stamp in the middle and then work my way out. Okay, and I put it roughly halfway this way, halfway that way. Okay, so, and it's worth taking a bit of time. As you can see, I did a check stamp and it was a little bit crooked, so I put it on again and it's straighter now, and but it was happy, I was happy with the lining up, so I straightened it from the bottom rather than the top. And then to get that first one, I'm just going to put the magnet in place. So the guy, we're having some roofing work done at the moment, and the guy with the scaffolding has just poled up. So I've got a feeling I might have to stop and start again. Let's see if he's happy getting on his own or he's going to ring the bell. Let's see. Okay, so just stamp the first one. I'm going to clean off because I've dropped it. I mean, to be fair with the stamping platform, if you do get ink on the platform, it rarely goes on your card, but yeah, there's always that one time, isn't it? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move it 1/2 inch this way and stamp again. There we go. Okay. And you keep doing that. So you keep moving 1/2 inch and stamp. So I'll go to the 6. And stamp, and then you go 1/2 inch again. So then I went back to my, so I started at 5. So I'm now going to move to 4.5. And stamp again. Okay, so you'd need to do 1 more step coming this way and 2 more steps going that way, and you'd get a cross, which I've already done. Okay, just to save some time on the video. So, and it's worth taking your time getting it straight and getting it all lined up where you want it. So, and I always think leaves go up, don't they? Right, so I'll wipe that off, and now I'm going to stamp my focal point. So we need my white. There we go, and I'm just going to flip it over because I already have it positioned on this platform. Such a shame we can't make these anymore, isn't it? So they were so useful, but any stamping platform will work. As I say, you just need to have, and if it doesn't have the measurements you want, you can always chop up a piece of your grid paper and use that as your guide. But most of them have got measurements on, certainly all the ones I have. Okay, there we go. So just stamp that, and then I'm going to cut that out with this die cut. The secret with this, I'm finding, is roughly line up your rectangle and then finesse the leaves and then tape it in place so you can cut it out. But I've already done one earlier. Beauty of TV. So here's one I made earlier. So I'll just pop those away. And then it really is just a case of building the card. So I'll pop that out of the way. Okay, so just need to stamp our sentiments. So on this one I said sending love. On the example, on this one I'm actually going to say thinking of you. I think it's only just gonna fit. Let us see. It looks like it fitted when I lined it up. So okay, and I'm going to stand up and look through my lamp to get this lined up. It's tight, but it fits. Not sure it's as straight as I'd like. Also, I think quite a few of you who've ordered this do have the stylish shape set. So if you wanted to get out a scrap piece of basic white stamp and then cut, you can do. Or just use the sending love, which fits. It's easier to see the banner round your stamp, but I'm happy with that. So there we go. So there's all our pieces ready. Pop that to one side, and I'm just going to build the card. So if we start from the back and work forward, just going to get my bone folder out. So the scaffolder doesn't seem to need me. I can hear a noise in the background, but I'm not sure that you'll be able to hear it on the video. I will check before I publish. Right, glue, 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 glue. just lining that up so it's in the middle. That's why I like the liquid glue, because it does give you a little bit of manoeuvrability. Okay, and then we're going to come in with our background. Go. Then I'm going to stick these two together. So only put glue on the rectangle bit because the leaves are going to be hanging off areas of it. Let's just line that up in the middle. Maybe, yeah, it's a tiny bit narrower that side than that side, but it's handcrafted, not mass produced in China. And then just popping that on there. Sort of central, maybe slightly. It's more pleasing on the eye for this gap to be bigger than this one, although I think they're quite even. And then I'm just going to pop this on and then finish off. I'll have to reposition my butterflies because I don't think I'll have room on the sentiment. Oh, I might have. Okay, and then I'm just popping that across the bottom there. Okay, and now I'm just going to add 3 butterflies. So you've got a big one and 2 little ones. So, not plain. That works fine if you've got cellophane all the way up, but I haven't. Acrylic rather, because I probably cut those out for your kits. Okay, so we can squeeze a little butterfly on the end there. And then a couple of little ones in and amongst the leaves. And that's us done for this week. So that's week 1. And as I say, all the sizes and everything are in the description below. So I hope you've enjoyed that and look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.